Beauty procedures used to be more popular during midlife, but now that less invasive techniques are available, it's possible to get help much later in life. A little warning that this story does show video of needles. Barbi Doty is almost 70 years old. She says Renew Body Contouring and Medical Spa helped her go back in time and look like she did 10 years ago.
I was feeling so lacking in confidence because I thought, oh, I've turned into an old lady, and I hated that. Whether other people thought that, I don't know, but it's just how I felt. So I feel much better.
Barbi started by getting her face resurfaced, then underwent a PDO thread lift while she was awake. She chose this method versus going under the knife. A thread lift involves anything but a typical type of thread.
And they're actually molded to be in like the form of a barb. So that way, when they're inserted, they are able to grab a hold of the tissue and pull the tissue up, or down, or, whichever direction. Most people want to go up, obviously. There's smooth threads that can go in to help when I have a lot of clients that get real deep lines, the worry lines along the forehead. We're able to go underneath those lines and get right in between those cracks and crevices and fill in that volume so that those lines are gone. There's people who have like the sagging skin, so we're able to go in and lift. And
they're made out of the same material as dissolvable sutures. At first, Barbi admits she was a little nervous about it.
Because I was putting a foreign body into my face and because I thought they would hurt, but neither thing really happened.
And my favorite part about it is that I have never had anybody that's had a reaction to it. Because the material that's being used is so safe, it's not something where you'll see somebody gets a massive amount of swelling or they have a serious reaction from it. It literally kind of comes in, it creates a little bit of scar tissue because as you're moving, those threads are kind of pushing themselves back and forth and they're creating that little bit of scar tissue, which is what's causing that tightening. That hugging of the face is what you feel like your skin is doing.
Katina Currens with Renew explains why it takes about 6 weeks to see the full effects.
Let's go a little more into explaining why it's gradual and what's happening with that collagen.
Sure. So when the threads are inserted in what we call the SMAS. So the SMAS is an area between the skin and basically your upper dermis, that fibrous tissue that's right in there. So when they're inserted in that area, they basically rub together between that thread and that SMAS. So what it's doing is it's creating fibroblasts. Those fibroblasts are creating white blood cells, neocollageneticis. So it's creating some more collagen influence in that area. So you'll see your skin start to tighten. You'll see your skin glow a little bit as well.
Here's a glance at how threads were used on different parts of Barbi's face.
So see when I do that, see how that pulls the skin of her neck forward? Okay. So when you place the threads in this way and you come up this way, it actually lifts the neck up. But we do have threads that will go right into the neck area and pull the neck skin back as well.
They also concentrated on the area around her mouth.
A lot of people have like little kiss lines or smoker's lines, things like that. This is a great option to get in there because it helps to fill those little lines. On Barbi, we actually lined her vermilion border and gave her lips back without having to put filler in. A lot of women Barbi's age are anti-filler for their lips. They don't want the big, beautiful, poofy lips that the young girls have right now. They just want their natural lip line back. So that gives a natural lip line coming back again. And then they don't want to have the jowling. They want that lifted face back up again. So this gives the ability to lift the face back up again.
Barbi says there was no downtime for her, and she says numbing cream made it painless. She says she could witness her face lifting and appearing more youthful during the procedure.
Time for them
to immediately.
It was immediate.
That was the best part. I mean, right then when I was still lying there, you could see results. And now it keeps tightening up.
Curran says it also works well lifting arms, breasts, even sagging knees. And she has plenty of male clients trying it as well. The results last several years. All right, so I'm going to put the cost comparisons of a thread lift to a facelift on our website. You'll be surprised at the difference. It's so much more affordable. The American Society of Plastic Surgeons says there is very low risk with a thread lift, but I have to tell you about those rare cases just in case. They say a patient could experience irritation, infection, or sutures becoming visible under the skin, but Renew says they've never had to deal with any of those problems.